slow. I understand people need to get places and stuff like that, but you gotta be cautious of the snow because you don't know what it's hiding under.
It's dangerous driving out there again tonight. Another fresh coat of snow is creating slick conditions out on our roads. This is video of a 3-car crash just off of Veterans Boulevard and 36th Avenue South in West Fargo. It happened around 7:30 tonight. Police say no one was hurt in the crash, but it serves as a reminder to drive for the weather conditions. Our crews also went out to a semi in the ditch off of I-94 near Mapleton. Good news is no one was hurt in this crash. But even the highly traveled roads like I-94 are getting slippery tonight. If we take a look at the North Dakota DOT travel maps, we're going to see a good majority of the major roads in the valley are covered or partially covered with snow, sparing a few sections of I-29 just south of Fargo and south of Grand Forks. And coming up after weather, we're going to take a look at a whistleblower investigation that reveals a bride's worst nightmare. This is after spending hundreds of dollars on a photographer. Plus, why you should think twice before you decide to text and walk. We've got one woman's warning in just a few moments. But first, let's get right back to tonight's conditions. Robert, can we expect even more slick roads heading into the overnight hours?
With the cold conditions, we'll certainly see some slick spots out there across the area, highways and byways. A live look outside on the CorwinAuto.com Valley Skycam, part of the Storm Team Skycam network. Roadways wet, but as temperatures continue to drop, a lot of those wet roadways will start to see some ice develop, and those secondary roads still have some slick conditions out there. Could still see a few flurries over the next few hours, but the steadier snow has pushed well off towards the south. It is 15 degrees now. Feels more like 3 with those winds out of the northwest at 9. Moorhead, a few degrees colder at 12 degrees. Temperatures elsewhere, 5 in Devil's Lake, also 5 in Langdon, 7 in Thief River Falls, 9 up in Roseau, 13 over in Bemidji. You factor into those winds, and those winds not terribly strong, but they are gusting at times upwards of 20 miles per hour, and that's creating some very cold wind chills. It's cold as 12 below in Devil's Lake, 13 below in Langdon, 3 above in Grand Forks, -6 over in Thief River Falls. We'll continue to see temperatures falling as we head through the overnight hours. Thicker clouds have pushed off towards the south, but a bank of lower clouds has developed behind the front, and that will continue to sag off toward the south. Underneath those clouds, we are seeing some flurry activity developing, and we'll see that chance for some flurries over the next few hours. Again, the steadier snow has pushed well off toward the south, and it's dissipating as it moves off towards the south, but it has left behind that coating of snow over much of the area, so there will be some slick conditions tonight. And as temperatures continue to drop down into the single digits and even single digits below 0 across the north, the snow melting materials on the roads become less and less effective. That snow stretches all the way over into parts of the western Great Lakes, off towards the west. Some lower elevation rain, higher elevation snow, and some showers and thunderstorms making their way through the Gulf Coast states. For us, as we head through the rest of the night, we will have that chance for some flurries, and downwind of some of the larger lakes, upper and lower Red Lake and even Lake of the Woods, you may see some snow, shower, flurry activity continuing, and put some minus signs in front of all of these. It's going to be a very cold night out there, single digits above and below 0 for overnight lows. Tomorrow we'll see some sunshine, but don't look for much of a warm-up. We'll see high temperatures only getting into the teens across the area. And then tomorrow night, another very cold night with single-digit lows in many locations above and below 0, increasing clouds late tomorrow night. Here in Fargo, we'll start off the day around 4, but we'll have wind chills below 0 to start off the day. Not much of a warm-up by lunchtime, into the mid-teens with wind chills in the single digits, and after topping out around 18, back down to around 16 by your drive time home. As we take a look at that picture of the day, it's a gorgeous one. Moose on the loose, 2 moose on the loose in Hope. Thanks so much to Todd for sending that in. Going to use that at the background to our 7-day forecast. And it's going to be a frigid Thursday, but warmer temperatures on Friday, and that may spark off some northern snow showers. More snow showers possible, especially very early on Veterans Day. So tailgaters may see a few flakes before the big game on Saturday at NDSU, and then much warmer air into the 40s next week.
Oh, I cannot wait for that. That'll be so nice.
It's going to feel summer-like.
Yeah, it will compared to this. Thanks, Robert.
You got it.
Also, make sure you download the Valley News Live Storm Team Weather app. You can keep up with the weather conditions anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts, conditions, and anything so you can plan your day. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free.
It's their special day, especially for the bride. I mean, you shouldn't really take that from somebody.
Planning a wedding can be expensive, and photographers can run you thousands of dollars. But one local bride contacted our whistleblower hotline after she was scammed out of hundreds of dollars. She found an online company offering to set up a website where wedding guests could upload photos and videos, which she thought was the perfect way to save a little bit of dough. But 2 months later, she was left with only memories and few photos to remember her special day. Valley News Team's Molly Casey has our whistleblower investigation.
Why would you scam somebody on their wedding day?
Priscilla Kramer is a happy newlywed, busy packing to move into the new home she bought with her husband. But there's one thing missing from her big day: pictures.
Right now, today, I don't have any wedding pictures.
Kramer had bought a package through WedReel, a website advertising the ability for wedding guests to upload pictures and videos of her big day to be turned into a video and later downloaded. But 2 months post-wedding, she hasn't seen a thing.
It's pretty frustrating that somebody would create something and just not answer, not give you an explanation as to why they did it, or, maybe even saying, hey, it's really not a scam, I'm working on it.
WedReel is registered in Phoenix, Arizona, but the business address listed for the company is a building for virtual office space. We left 3 messages over a week span with the company's tech support line and didn't hear back. And if you call the number Kramer received automated texts from, you get,
"Thanks for the call. Configure your number's voice URL to change this message."
And the Better Business Bureau of Arizona says they've recently received multiple complaints for the company, just like Kramer's.
If they put all their money into you to, upload pictures of their wedding, they're expecting something from their great day.
And to top it off, as Kramer showed us the website, it stopped working, leaving her wondering if the precious wedding photos and videos uploaded to WedReel are still there.
My wedding was great and I had a lot of fun, but I wish I had something to show.
From Fargo, Molly Casey, Valley News Live.
Kramer says one guest did take pictures without using WedReel, but so far those are the only photos she has of the wedding. We'll continue to investigate the company and work to get Kramer her photos and videos. And as mentioned, this story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. So if you need any help at all uncovering fraud and corruption in your community, call us at 701-237-6576 and then leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. An Oriska woman is mad at herself and now wants to warn others of a possibly dangerous habit: texting while walking. Nina Donnelly was leaving a local store while looking down at her phone. Before she knew it, she was on the ground in excruciating pain. After the fall, Donnelly went straight to the doctor, and she found out she fractured her L12 vertebrae nearly in half. Her tailbone is displaced, and Donnelly is using this painful incident to warn others of the dangers behind texting and walking.
If you want to be in agony, go for it. Because I'm going to spend this next year just recovering from what probably could have waited 5 minutes.
According to safety.com, if you must check your phone while you're walking, it's encouraged to hold your phone up higher in your visual field. This will help you better see any potential risks. Still no sign of 2 missing Minnesota fishermen. Today's search ended early because conditions were too dangerous. You're taking a look at video from one of the search volunteers today. Monday night, a boat with 3 commercial fishermen experienced problems on Red Lake. One of the men swam to shore, and when he turned back to look, saw that the boat had capsized. A 29-year-old and 17-year-old have not been found. Search boats have worked their way through icy waters, hoping to find the missing before those lakes ice over. An Illinois man is in jail, and a 13-year-old Minnesota girl is back home safe after she disappeared from her Bemidji area home earlier this week. Authorities say a 21-year-old Chris Morales of Oswego, Illinois, is being held on multiple charges, including criminal sexual conduct. Investigators believe the girl met him through social media and traveled with him to the Twin Cities. One of the girl's parents reported her missing Tuesday morning. A neighbor also saw someone standing in the woods just 2 days earlier and had given police the license plate number and description of the vehicle. That information led law enforcement to Minneapolis, where they found Morales and the girl. Morales is being held in the Beltrami County Jail. The ex-husband of a U.S. Army veteran with ties to North Dakota pleaded not guilty to a murder charge in her disappearance. Last month, investigators arrested Dalen Ware in Arizona. He's the ex-husband of Julia Jacobson. Jacobson was seen on September 2nd making multiple stops in California before she disappeared. 5 days later, her car was found about a half-mile away from her home in San Diego. Evidence found in the car led detectives to believe she may have been killed. Jacobson's immediate family lives in North Dakota and says she was a loving daughter and sister who was the backbone of the family. Police in the greater Grand Forks area say that a new technological tool helped them track down a missing man with dementia. Get this, the East Grand Forks Police Department reported that an 83-year-old Grand Forks man went missing today. The man is enrolled in Project Lifesaver, which is an electronic search and rescue program for people with cognitive conditions that are prone to wandering. Search specialists activated their equipment and tuned into the man's frequency. They found him within a minute of getting a signal. Police say Project Lifesaver has been operating in Greater Grand Forks since 2014, and they will soon be expanding their services into Grand Forks County. New numbers coming out today related to sudden infant death syndrome. The state of Minnesota is making an extra push to make sure you know how to keep your children safe while they're sleeping. And experts say it's as easy as ABC. A, the baby should sleep alone, B, on their backs, and C, in their own cribs. The Minnesota Health Department says most sudden infant deaths are preventable.
Of our sudden and unexpected infant deaths in Minnesota in 2015, 53 of the 54 deaths that happened while infants slept resulted from unsafe sleep environments.
The data also shows certain demographics are at a higher risk. The death rate for African American and American Indian babies is twice as high as for white infants. For more information, head on over to our website and see the full story. After a structural failure at Grand Forks Hospital sent patients scattering, a new building is now in the works. All True Health System officials announced $250 million will now go toward building a new hospital. The building was shut down, was the main clinic, but officials say it's a hospital that's in greater need of an update. All True officials say they are approaching this situation as an opportunity to grow. The next step is to design the building and align funding. So if all goes as planned, ground will be broken in 2019 and have it ready for patients in 2022. It's been 1 year since President Trump was elected. We break down his first year, still ahead tonight.